Okay, so we saw in the video that follow one's heart means to act according to the feelings you have about something. So maybe if you say, you follow your heart, what do you want to study in college?
Drama, for example.
Okay, and then someone says, that's a great way to follow your heart, but will it get you a job?
Will it get you a job? Well, the idea is you're saying follow your heart, meaning don't think too much about it. Don't try and use your brain to figure it out.
Just do what you feel.
Just do the first thing that you really feel. You know, shut out the thoughts and let your heart decide.
Right.
Okay, now Pat is going to do just that. Let's see if it works for him.
Okay.
He says, how about these white carnations over here? And he explains, white is my mom's favorite color.
Okay.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, you're using your feelings to think about what your mom might like. You are indeed following your heart. But Laura comes in and she says something special. She says, that's not a sensible idea at all. Okay, now we're going to take a quick look at this word sensible, and then we're going to talk about why she said that. The word sensible is an adjective. It's spelled S-E-N-S-I-B-L-E, sensible. And it means reasonable or practical. It means you have good judgment when you make a decision. So if you're making a decision to drive on the wrong side of the road, that's not very sensible. It's not a good way to do something. So driving on the right side of the road is the sensible decision to make. Another example we could use is eating hamburgers and fried food every day is not a sensible diet.
Okay, so Laura says it's not a good idea.
Right,
that's not sensible.
But why?
Pat doesn't understand. He says, what did I do wrong? You told me to follow my heart. And I did. Maybe sometimes you do need to use your head.
Okay, well, Laura continues. She explains a little bit more about these white carnations and why they're not a sensible idea. She says, but I thought you would already know what they stand for. Okay, so we see this phrase stand for here. It means to represent something or to mean something. So these white flowers have a special meaning.
Yeah, they're not just flowers.
Now, carnations, white carnations in particular, have this special meaning. We'll find out what it is in a minute, but first, let's use stand for in an example sentence. In this movie, a change in weather often stands for a change in the main character's mood.
Okay, so if it's raining, it's a symbol that he's feeling sad. If it's sunny, it stands for the fact that his mood is getting better.
Okay.
So we're talking about giving things extra meanings. Now, Laura is going to explain the extra meaning of these white carnations. She says, people usually buy white carnations in memory of loved ones who have passed away. Okay, so not the kind of thing you want to give to your mum.
Right.
Now, this phrase, in memory of, is used to mean for the honor of somebody who is dead, who has passed away. So you do something in their memory, basically to kind of continue the good memories you have of that person so that everybody remembers them and remembers all the nice times they had, or you're honoring somebody's good works, like we built this building in memory of a great teacher at this school or a mayor in this town who did really good things, and we're kind of using it to say, remember that guy, he was great.
Yes.
Okay, here's an example sentence. We planted some flowers in the garden in memory of our beloved pet dog. So every time we see the flowers, we'll remember our dog. Now, we've also got another phrase to look at here, which is pass away.
Right. So we use this phrase pass away, there's two words there, as a polite way to say that someone has died. For example, we could use it in a sentence like this. Goran's not in school today because his uncle passed away.
Okay, so kind of if you get white carnations for your mom, it's kind of saying, Mom, I miss you. I'm sad.
I wish you hadn't died.
Yeah,
which hasn't happened.
If she's alive, that's not going to make her feel too happy.
Right.
So Pat says, really? I had no clue.
Totally in the dark.
I had no idea. If you have no clue, you have no idea. You just didn't know. He then adds, in fact, I'm surprised carnations have any meaning. Like, why do flowers mean stuff? What's the deal with that?
Okay, well, remember that Pat is totally in the dark about flowers, so it's not so strange that he doesn't know anything about them, but this is a good learning opportunity. All right, now Laura says a little bit more about flowers. She says, we should choose another color that stands for something more positive.
Okay, there's that phrase again, stands for. So mean a flower with the color that means something good instead of something sad.
Okay, now we also saw the word positive there. Positive is an adjective. It's spelled P-O-S-I-T-I-V-E, positive. In this sense, positive means good or useful, a good meaning. We want flowers that have a good meaning, something that we really want to say to our mothers. It's the opposite of negative.
Yep.
So we know that negative means it has a bad meaning. Another example for this word, the fresh mountain air is having a positive effect on my health already.
Yeah, as
I feel
it should.
good.
Exactly. So Pat starts to look around, check the other colors, like white, no, that's maybe not so good. How about red? Okay. And then he goes, hang on, wait a minute. He has a thought and then asks, is that a sign that you want to kill someone?
Oh dear.
Is that what red means? If I give you a red rose, that means, you know, I'll see you later?
Well, I'm glad that Laura's here helping Pat.
You have no idea.
It definitely does not mean that you want to kill someone. Now, in fact, red can have a couple of different meanings with flowers. And here, Laura says, actually, red is perfect. It's a sign of admiration.
Oh, okay.
Let's find out about this word admiration now. It's spelled A-D-M-I-R-A-T-I-O-N, admiration. So admiration, this noun, is the feeling of great respect and liking for something or somebody. As an example, we could say, I have a lot of admiration for my mother. I hope I can be just like her when I grow up.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, admiration is showing that you have respect for your mother.
Exactly. As Laura says, it shows that you really appreciate, that you are thankful for all of your mother's hard work.
Right.
Okay,
and
so
our mothers do a lot of hard work.
Exactly. So getting these red flowers is a way to say, like, thank you. I really think you're a great person. I'm so grateful for all you've done.
That's
now,
right.
you did say red could have another meaning.
That's right. Now,
which is a bit more romantic and maybe something you wouldn't send to your mother. But if you send red roses to your sweetheart, that's going to have a different sort of meaning.
Right, the meaning of love.
Love, basically. So, you know, all the traditional bouquet, 12 roses, that's definitely kind of an I love you sort of symbol.
Right. Okay, so Pat says great. Okay, I know that this color, this is perfect. Great. Let's pick some out before I start sneezing.
Okay, so pick some out means basically you've got a big selection in front of you, and to pick them out you mean you're going to choose which one or which ones, because in a florist you could get a mixed arrangement. You could say, okay, try and get me something that's got a few colors or that looks nice together, presents 2 or 3 different kinds of flowers in a big bunch.
I think we're going to talk about that pretty soon, actually.
Oh, champion. Yes. I've jumped the gun.
All right, so let's take a quick look at this verb sneeze before we go a bit farther. It's spelled S-N-E-E-Z-E, sneeze. Now, if anybody knows me very well, they know that I sneeze a lot, and it's the action of air suddenly coming out of your nose, making a noise like this.
Yeah, it's that.
Exactly. So, in an example sentence, we could say, I'm about to sneeze. Do you have a tissue?
Okay, now of course sneeze can be used as a noun as well. So the action is a sneeze, and it's also the verb to sneeze. Now Pat explains a little more about this and says, I'm allergic to flowers.
Oh dear.
Now that's not good.
Nope.
If you are allergic to something, it's be allergic to. That means you have usually a bad physical reaction to a particular chemical that's either in the air or that gets into your body somehow. Now this reaction could be anything from kind of itchy red skin, so maybe something, you get it into your body and it makes you itch, to a very serious reaction like heart failure or death.
That happens often with peanuts and
seafood. Yes, people are allergic to, the phrase again, things like nuts, seafood, certain fruits, certain flowers, grass. Okay, grass gives you something called hay fever, which is an allergy to grass and pollen in the air. Now, weirdly, I am allergic to mint. Which I believe in Chinese is 薄荷. I think that's right.
So don't have that in your food.
Actually, it's okay.
Okay.
It only makes me sneeze.
Oh, that's good.
It's a very mild thing, but I think I'm also a bit allergic to fresh mango. That kind of gives me a strange reaction. How about you?
I'm actually allergic to dust.
That's not good.
No, so if I'm in a dusty room, I have to take lots of medicine to make sure I don't
wear
sneeze
a mask
all day.
Okay.
All right, so let's get back to our article. It says, Laura and Pat bring some flowers to the cash register. Now, this is a scenario here. It's telling us what they're doing. And they say, it says they're bringing the flowers to the cash register. This is a machine used in shops to keep track of how much money is being spent and going out.
That's right.
So if you go and give your money to the clerk, they are going to give you the money, or you're going to give them the money, and they are going to put it in the cash register.
That's right.
And that will give you a receipt just to show how much is going in and out.
Yeah, they'll use the barcode thing to scan it and it'll be recorded. I've also heard the word till, T-I-L-L as a noun. That is often used to mean cash register. It's kind of the same thing.
In Canada, that means the drawer of the cash register.
Oh, the till is just the drawer. Okay, that's interesting. In the UK, we often use till for the whole kind of thing, really. But there you go. Okay, so Pat and Laura are going to buy their flowers for their mums. They're going to get some lovely stuff for Mother's Day. And that's where we're going to leave them, because it's the end of the article and time for our For You chat question.